Well, welcome back, everybody. Sorry for some technical issues. Not much has happened, to be honest. The only thing that's happened since the stream went down, Troy Chaibi's been given a yellow card for diving. Was the correct decision by the referee. Bradford Park only have the ball, but they've just given it away. Toby Lee's clearing it. Louis Cholton, sorry, under it, but it's come to Deverdix now. Goes long again with it. There's a foul in there on Simon Richmond. Looked to be from Curtis Round. Bradford Park Avenue have a throw in. About 10 yards inside their own half. Taken quickly by Lancaster. Into Staunton, goes out wide. Again, looking for Colton, who can't quite keep it in. It's not been a great start to the second half. 0-0 here at the Horsfall Stadium. 54 minutes gone. And here is Michael Liddon now. Down the line into Curtis Round. Back to Liddle. Goes down the line himself, looking for Main. Challenging for it, but it's gone out for a throw-in. It's Bradford Park Avenue. Cholton now. Just inside his own half. Goes short to Richmond, back to Cholton. Gets it back to Lancaster now. Back to his goalkeeper, Sarks Kenworthy. Sarks Kenworthy himself chips out to the left back position. Chaibi pressure and Reece Staunton for it. Staunton managing to keep hold of the ball. Gets it back to Luca Haven, who goes along looking for Blyth. It sails over his head into Doherty, who can't quite get hold of the ball, and it's really nicely played out by Toby Lees, who's then tackled by Will Longbottom. Didn't look to have been a foul in there. Will Longbottom tackled Toby Lees. There was no foul there, but the referee has brought it back for a previous foul on Toby Lees. There didn't seem to be much wrong with the previous challenge either. 10 yards inside their own half, Blyth Spartans free kick. Lees standing over it. Into Chaibi, who's dropped into a deeper position out wide, looking for Curtis Round. Can't control it. Throwing for Bradford Park Avenue on this near side. Cholton into Richmond. Back to Cholton, back to Richmond, who goes down the line looking for Doherty. Manages to get there, but his header flick on as he was under pressure from Liddle. He's gone out for a throw-in to Blyth Spartans on this near side. Deep inside their own half. Liddle to take. He's got options down the line and short. Cedric Main is down the line. He goes down the line looking for Chaibi. Don't win it. Up against Lancaster. Looking for Doherty. He goes down. No foul given. Blyth then can't quite control it. Well, he's nicked away from him. Cousin Dawson looking for Reece Evans on that right hand side. Can't find him. Lewis Colton seeing the ball out over there on the far side. Reece starting to take the throw in. 56 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Only one change so far with Troy Chaibi coming on for Sam Hodgson. Blyth Spartans with the ball now. Curtis Round goes down the line looking for Cedric Main. Up against Will Lancaster. Appeals round ball. Waved away. Ryan McGowan now with space running to finding Chaibi. Up against Cholton. Chaibi now tries to skip past him. Well, they've got men forward, but so have Park Avenue got men back, and the cross itself was blocked. Park Avenue have the ball again now. Brad Doherty does really well to skip away from the challenge of Liddle. Brad Doherty coming forward now into the overlap of Simon Richmond. Crosses it, looking for Blyth. Towards the back post. Blyth couldn't quite get their header down, but it's come through at the back post. For Lewis Colton, whose strike deflected over. Referee waved for a corner. Decent play there, a decent counter-attack from Bradford Park Avenue. The first real sign of danger in the second half. Will Longbottom going over that left-hand side to take the corner kick. Richmond with some really nice play after Doherty got away, skipped away from the challenge. Jordan Hickey and Michael Liddle, between the two of them couldn't stop him. Longbottom chips the corner out to Staunton on the edge of the box. Left-footed volley. Sails wide. Another wasted corner. They've wasted 2 of their corners so far. But that's worrying for Blyth Spartans, that Staunton was in that much space on the edge of the box. Nobody picked up his run. Lucky for them. Got his technique all wrong, leaning back and skewed it wide. Goal kick taken quickly and short by Mitchell into Lees, who himself goes on looking for Cedric Main. Sails over the head of Staunton, but Luke Havens covering well. Makes sure Cedric Main isn't one-on-one. But the clearance from Haven ricochets into the path of Curtis Round. Gets it to Ryan McGowan. Nice little layoff there. He's got Main up in support. McGowan looking to dance past a couple of players. Shot is blocked. Main chips it towards the back post. Chaibi! Goal for Blyth Spartans. Chaibi at the back post. His second goal in 2 games. And Blyth Spartans lead just before the hour mark. (1-0) for Blyth Spartans. It was really decent play over on the far side. McGowan fed really nicely by Curtis Round. McGowan dancing feet on the edge of the box. Got it. Found the space away to chip it in towards the back post. And Chaibi was there. Peeled away from his man. And the header low and hard. St Kenworthy might be disappointed he conceded it at his near post. Couldn't keep it out. Got a big hand to it. Only pushed it into the side netting. Bradford Park Avenue kick off for the second time this match with Will Longbottom. What an impact from Chaibi. He's been on the field for just under 15 minutes and he has got a goal. Blyth Spartans lead for the second game in a row. They'll be hoping to keep another clean sheet. Here's Cedric Main now coming forward, looking to get away from Haven, finding McGowan. If they can get another goal quickly, that would really help them out a lot. Here's with Rhys Evans over on the far side, looking to get past his man, and his cross is blocked out for a corner. And Blyth looking to make this pressure count. On the hour mark. 1-0 Blyth Spartans. Troy Chaibi with the goal, and the corner is going to be taken from that left-hand side. Nicky Deverdix going over to take it, the skipper, 35-year-old Nicky Deverdix. Doherty, the only one forward for Park Avenue. Well, the Spartans have 2 men back in, Rhys Evans and Michael Little marking him. Everybody else has gone forward. They've got 1 man on the edge of the box in form of Hickey. The ball is in. Decent one, Sykes Kenworthy. It comes to claim. It's headed away and then headed away again by Louis Charlton. Only as far as Rhys Evans, who tries to get it back out wide to Deverdix. Gets it all wrong. And Blyth now manages to clear it at the second attempt. McGowan heads it into Cedric Main. In space there. Space. If he can find the run of Deverdix now. He's got away from his man who's crossed his blocks really nicely. He nearly came to Main on the edge of the box and Park Avenue managed to clear. Lewis Colton gets it down the line. Doherty looking to get it under his control. Gets it all wrong. It's come through to goalkeeper Alex Mitchell. Space and opened up on the far side for Nicky Deverdix. Cedric Main again. Not the best of passes from him. A better pass than Deverdix were in. Bearing down on goal. But not a great pass. Troy Chaibi now has jumped into his own half. Getting it back to Michael Liddell. Liddell coming forward now. Crosses the halfway line. He's got the runner Curtis Round in support. Looks for him. Can't find him. It's poor from Liddell that he won't be able to find him. And they are going to make another substitution here. Matthew Elsden is going to come on for Blyth Spartans. We'll see who he is going to come on for. 62 minutes gone. 1-0 to Blyth Spartans here. And Elsden is going to replace Curtis Round. At least that's a number that went up. And it is Curtis Round who's going to come off. We had a couple of decent moments in that first half. But besides that, he struggled to get into the game, really. But he did look to have the beating of Louis Charlton over on that right side. Got moved to the left-hand side and failed to make an impact, really. Elsden's first involvement in the game is to lose the ball. Blyth finding Doherty now. Park Avenue coming forward. Ball ricochets back to Jamie Spencer. Gets it out wide to Rhys Staunton. Space room to run into. Gets it forward looking for Simon Richmond. Here he is. Back to Staunton now. Down the line into Richmond. The ball in towards Blyth is a poor one. Goes straight into the hands of Alex Mitchell. He'll be very happy if that's the only thing he has to do for the rest of the game. And Park Avenue are looking to make their first substitution of the game here. We can see Harrison Hopper's ready to come onto the field, wondering who that'll be for. Spartans crossing the halfway line now with Lees. Got it back to his defensive partner who cleared it long, but it's come through for Jacob Blyth now, whose pass is really poor. Looking for Will Longbottom there. That's a simple pass and he got it wrong. Blyth, who's not really had his best game. Joint top scorer. Jacob Blyth and Bradford Park Avenue are going to make that substitution now. Looks as though it's going to be a double substitution with Sam Fielding replacing Lewis Colton. Lewis Colton's second appearance for the club ends on 64 minutes. And Harrison Hopper is going to replace Jamie Spencer. Double substitution for Bradford Park Avenue. Jamie Spencer and Colton coming off for Fielding and Hopper. Hopper has looked lively these past few games. He hit the bar against Leamington, as well as scored against Leamington in Bradford Park Avenue's previous home game. Blyth get the ball, get the game back underway now. And the ball is long down the line from Evans, looking for Dever Dix, starting over on the far side, sees it out for a goal kick. Blyth are unbeaten in 2. Picked up 4 points from their last 2 games. They've only won 2 games in a row, once this season earlier on, back in August. And they haven't gone 3 unbeaten since that run in August. But they have picked up 7 points from their last 4 games, 2 wins and 1 draw. Cedric Main coming forward now, finding Deverdix over on the far side now. Chips it towards the back post, looking for Chaibi, gets it wrong. It's come to McGowan here, who's tackled, and there is appeals for handball here. Waved away by the referee. It's out on this right-hand side now with Sholton, who goes down the line looking for Richmond, who somehow manages to get it into Blyth, whose touch is good. Looking for Cholton now. Doesn't manage to keep it in. It's a throw-in on this near side for Blyth Spartans, but the referee is blown for a free kick. Blyth give away on Elsdon. "66 minutes gone. Bradford Park Avenue 0. Blyth Spartans 1. Bradford Park Avenue without Eddie Church. They sold last week to Marsk United. They're also without David Adewoju and Marudza, whose loans expired, returning to their parent club. Cedric Main now on the halfway line, trying to turn away from his man. Sam Fielding, who tackles him well into Harrison Hopper. The 2 substitutes combining well. Harrison Hopper on this right-hand side, coming forward well. He's got Blyth in the box. If he looks for him, he does look for him. It's cleared. Only as far as Lancaster on the edge of the box. Out wide to Longbottom now. Onside. Loses the ball. Reese Evans tackles. Gets it down the line looking for Chaibi, the goal scorer. Intercepted by Haven. Into Staunton, who crosses it towards back post for Blyth, who rises for it. Can't win the header. It's cleared only as far as Harrison Hopper, and then it is cleared once more into Cedric Main, who does really well to hold it up against Sam Fielding, and then plays a really nice pass out wide to Troy Chaibi, coming forward well here, Blyth Spartans. Space for him to run into, find Cedric Main on the edge of the box. Looking to work some space for a shot or a pass, does neither and loses it. But Blyth has the ball back again now with Cousin Dawson. Into Chaibi, who's tackled illegally, according to the referee. Lancaster. And it is a free kick for Blyth Spartans. About 15 yards inside their own half. Not very central. It's a decent position for a cross. A right-footed would suit this with an outswinger. Hickey and Deverdix standing over it. 68 minutes gone. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Blyth Spartans 1. Blyth Spartans haven't beaten Park Avenue since 2018, where they won by 3-0. Bradford Park Avenue won the reverse fixture 1-0 earlier on in the season, and Hickey has left Everdick to take it. Takes it short into Hickey, who was unmarked here. Space for him to cross it, blocked by Doherty, and it is out for a corner. A little concentration there from Bradford Park, and who allowed Hickey to just run into space. And a nice little pass into him from Deverdix. And now the cross was blocked by Doherty. And it is Blyth's 4th corner of the game, their 2nd of this half. Deverdix going over to take it. All of the players inside the box are inside the 6-yard box. There's nobody around the penalty spot. Deverdix, left-footed in swinger. It's a decent one, not claimed by Sykes Kenworthy. The referee's blown for a foul in there. They didn't seem to know much in that. But Bradford Park Avenue will be grateful that he has done so. Sykes Kenworthy wouldn't get anywhere near that. He was crowded out, wasn't able to get forward and claim or punch the ball. He goes along looking for Blyth. Can't win it. Fielding wins it up against Cedric Main. Back to Lancaster, who under pressure goes back to his goalkeeper, Sykes Kenworthy. Sykes Kenworthy has kept 6 clean sheets this season. Was looking to keep a 7th, but has been unable to do so. Might be disappointed with the goal Troy Chaibi scored in 59 minutes. And Blyth Spartans have the ball now with Hickey. Nice forward pass into Deverdix. He's got Main and Chaibi up in support. Can't find Chaibi with the reverse pass on to the right hand side of the box. Claimed easily by Sykes Kenworthy. Rolls it quickly into Staunton. Plays it out onto this near side, this right hand side, with Louis Charlton, who tries to head it on down the line. It's gone out for a throw-in for Blyth Spartans. 20 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. 1-0 Blyth Spartans here at the All Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue scored 1 goal late in their 3-1 win over Leamington, the most recent home game. They'll need to do that today if they're to get anything from this game. Free kick for Blyth Spartans, just in front of the Park Avenue dugout. Right now, Blyth are moving out of the relegation zone and are moving to within 1 point. Level on points. The Park Avenue Spartans take the free kick long. It's clear, but it's knocked down into Troy Chaibi. He's got Cedric Main in support. Chaibi in a dangerous position next to the corner flag now. Manages to get it back to Will McGowan. McGowan has to go all the way back to Elsdon, who's chipped down the line. Ends up in the hands of Sykes Kenworthy. He balls it out quickly, looking for Staunton. Here he is, Staunton, on the left-hand side. Crosses the halfway line with the pass into Brad Doherty. Couldn't get any real connection on it. Looked as though Blyth might have been able to get in behind there, but he wasn't quick enough to react, and it's gone through to goalkeeper. Alex Mitchell claims it and rolls it out to his left back. Now it's with the right back. Blyth can build themselves. Rhys Evans now. Down line into Cedric Main, who controls it well. Under pressure into McGowan now. He's got the overlapping run of Liddell. Finds him. Liddell now coming forward well. Lovely little pass into the box. Looking for Main. Cleared away by Luca Haven for another corner. Blyth's 5th corner of the game. Looks as though Jordan Hickey is going over to take this on this near side. Another right-footed in-swinger. Blyth Spartans have looked the better team, especially in this second half, especially since the goal. Bradford Park Avenue still yet to really create any major opening. Alex Mitchell has had very little to do in the way of saves. His only real involvement has been picking up a couple of crosses and passing it a few times. Hickey to take the corner, right-footed in-swinger. Isn't a very good one. It's cleared easily. And now it's with Louis Charlton. He clears it down the line, looking for Doherty up against Rhys Evans. Rhys Evans gets the first back to his goalkeeper. Looking on this near side, and you are going to make another substitution. It looks like Ollie Johnson is ready to come onto the field. Here's a free kick for Bradford Park Avenue on the edge of the box. Very central. Sykes Kenworthy will take it. He's got Sam Fielding to his right. Louis Chalton's found some space on this right hand side if he can find him. It's in towards Blyth, whose header is knocked on, looking for Chalton. Under pressure, can't control it. Throwing on this near side for Blyth Spartans. And it is Ollie Johnson who's getting ready to come on. We'll have to wait and see who it's for. Michael Liddell takes the throw in quickly back to Elsdon. Goes forward looking for Main. Intercepted well by Lancaster, but Blyth Spartans win the ball back again. Reese Evans with a nice pass down the line, looking for McGowan, and it's snuffed out by Will Lancaster, and it's passed back to Sykes Kenworthy, who goes long. It's now with Michael Liddell in the left back position. Really nice pass forward into Cedric Main. He's got Chaibi in support. Goes for the strike. It's terrible. Goal kick. Bradford Park Avenue are going to make that third and final substitution now, and it is Luca Haven, who was given the captain's armband tonight. Luke Haven departing for Ollie Johnson. Another attacking change by Matt Bauer. It looks as though Fielding is going to go back to that centre half position, and Johnson is going to go into an attacking midfielder sort of area. Sykes Kenworthy goes on looking for Blythe, who can't win it. Devidix flicks it on, looking for Cedric Main. Fielding back to Sykes Kenworthy now. Sykes Kenworthy takes his time under no pressure out wide to Will Longbottom, who's been in good form, but tonight hasn't really gotten involved in his backwards pass. Was a bit wayward, and there is a challenge from Reece Staunton on Cedric Main. Appeals for a free kick, waved away, and there is a throwing over on the far side for Bradford Park Avenue. Will Longbottom there, passing the ball back for Staunton. It was a really powerful pass. Staunton struggled to control it. Cedric Main tried to nip in there. Staunton slide tackle, got the ball. Cedric Main went down looking for a foul on what surely would have been a red card and all for denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. Bradford Park Avenue coming forward now. Johnson, nice flick into Harrison Hopper out. Onto this near side for Louis Chalton, who manages to keep it in front of the dugouts but loses the ball. He's lost the ball far too often tonight, Louis Chalton. His second game for the club. Ball goes long looking for Brad Doherty. Cleared away by Lees, and Elsdon knocks it down the line. Gone out for a throw-in on this near side for Bradford Park Avenue. Chalton into Lancaster. Back to Chalton. Back to Lancaster again in a decent crossing position now. Cuts back onto his left foot. Back to Will Longbottom. 30 yards from goal. Out wide to Ollie Johnson. On the left-hand side, Johnson. Lovely reverse pass into Longbottom on the edge of the box. Looking for Simon Richmond. Goes down. No penalty, but it is a corner for Bradford Park Avenue. The 5th of the night for them. Bradford Park Avenue's first real bit of pressure, at least for a little while. The corner is taken quickly by Will Longbottom. Second shot in towards Simon Richmond. The second cross over everybody, and it sails out for a goal kick. 76 minutes gone. Bradford Park Avenue 0. Blyth Spartans 1. Goal kick for Blyth Spartans. And they are going to make another substitution here. Blyth Spartans. And they are going to try and do it, and they will do it before the goal kick is taken. Michael Spellman is going to come on, and he's going to replace Cedric Main. Cedric Main, who's had a couple of bright moments tonight. He's had a couple of really good opportunities to pass the ball into others, to slip him in on goal. He hasn't taken them opportunities. He's either gone for the shot or been tackled or gotten the pass horribly wrong. Michael Spellman comes on, and it's a like-for-like swap. Goes straight up front to partner Troy Chaibi, and that two strikers in a sort of attacking midfielder position being taken up by Devidix. Two strikers of Chaibi and Spellman have looked dangerous tonight. And Alex Mitchell, goalkeeper, waves his team forward. Gets it into, or at least looking for Deverdix. Won by Harrison Hopper, who hasn't made much of an impact since coming on. 78 minutes played here. Park Avenue 0, Blyth Spartans 1. Ball's up in the air, but it's a really nice pass from Deverdix into Spellman, whose control is decent. Gets fouled by Sam Fielding. And Hick is in no rush to take this free kick quickly. Just inside. We're on half here, Blyth Spartans. Elsdon is going to take this. And he is going to get booked for time wasting here, it looks as though. There aren't any real appeals from either the fans or the players. We did see one of the coaching staff for Bradford Park Avenue gesturing to the referee that Elsdon needs to hurry up. Took his time over the free kick, but not much more than what Blyth Spartans have been doing tonight. And that's the second booking of the game, second booking for Blyth Spartans. And Elsdon, the substitute, is going to be hurried to take this free kick now. He goes along looking for the run of Michael Liddell, and it's gone out for a goal kick for Bradford Park Avenue. Blyth Spartans hold on. This will be their 4th win on the road. It's only their 15th goal they've scored away from home. Move them on to 33 points level, with Bradford Park Avenue having played the same amount of games. It's Alex Kenworthy now. Into Sam Fielding, who's playing at right centre half today, who's just then picking up the right back position, goes along down the line, looking for Hopper easily. Defender straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. As we enter the final 10 minutes, Alex Mitchell picks up the ball. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Blyth Spartans 1. Blyth Spartans in the second half shooting towards their own fans behind that goal away to our left hand side. They've brought quite a few fans to say it's a Monday night, 160 odd miles. Staunton now. Heads it into long bottom, back to Staunton, goes long, down the line. Out for a throw-in for Blyth Spartans now. Throw-in just beyond the halfway line, inside Bradford Park Avenue's own half here. 3-7s with the ball in his hands. We'll go down the line looking for Spellman. Lancaster heads it on. Flicks it backwards towards his own goalkeeper and balls it out quickly onto this near side. But Charlton now, space for him to run into. He's under pressure though from Choi Chai. He gets it down the line, but it's another poor pass. Harrison Hopper couldn't do out with that. And Charlton, who hasn't had his best game tonight, and only his second appearance for the club, passed it straight into the hands of Alex Mitchell, who waits to be pressurised by Brad Doherty before he does pick it up. And once again, Alex Mitchell will go long. Again, if Blyth Spartans can hold on to this victory, it will be manager Graham Fenton's 8th win in charge in his 31st match. 48-year-old, been in charge for just 188 days here. So he was really pleased with the performance against Kettering. And the only disappointment was that they didn't kill it off. Wonder if he'll be feeling the same tonight. Free kick for Bradford Park Avenue in the right back position. Sam Fielding switches it for Will Longbottom, takes it quickly. Longbottom now, space to run into, crosses it in towards the back post where Doherty is there. It's come through for Charlton now, in towards Ollie Johnson. It's cleared. Liddell now, just inside his own box, into Deverdix, clears it down the line into Spellman. Plays a nice 1-2, Deverdix again, tackled by Staunton, but it is a foul. Staunton's not happy with that decision. Looked like a foul. And Deverdix, the skipper, happy to take his time with this. Once again, Bradford Park Avenue haven't really created much. They've lacked that final ball, and on a very, very rare occasion, the final ball has been good. They've lacked that cutting edge to score. First booking of the match for Bradford Park Avenue, restarting there. Not sure it was for the foul, but for the descent afterwards. Ball goes on looking for Spellman. Heads it out for a throw-in. Right next to the corner flag for Bradford Park Avenue. 7 minutes left in normal time to go. Elston clearing the ball back down the line. Another throw-in for Bradford Park Avenue. Going to be taken by Sam Fielding now. Throws it back to his goalkeeper quickly under pressure from Spellman. Back to Fielding now. Goes long, looking for Ollie Johnson, who's yet to make any real impact on the game. Ollie Johnson did actually win there. They sort of flicked it on. Nobody was there to retrieve the flick on. Besides the Spartans goalkeeper Alex Mitchell, who picks it up after he's been put under pressure by Brad Doherty. Doherty himself hasn't really had much to work with tonight. Neither has Blyth, besides a few long balls, but Blyth hasn't really been able to control the long balls very well. It's just not been a great performance from Bradford Park Avenue as Blyth Spartans come forward here with Reese Evans. Tries to cross it into the box, low and hard, cleared well. Spellman was there waiting, but it was defended really nicely by Staunton. And here is Chaibi now, fed really well by Evans. Skips inside on Lancaster. He's sat him down. Troy Chaibi pulls it back into an area. Nobody's there. Michael Liddon now edge of the box. Leading back, skies it. Really nice footwork from Troy Chaibi over on the right hand side. Sent Will Lancaster one way, went back the other way. Will Lancaster falling on his backside. Troy Chaibi's pulled back into an area where nobody was. Michael Liddle running forward. Edge of the box. Would have done a brilliant job to get on target, and he didn't. Sykes Kenworthy's kick goes long, bounces, and then it's headed out for a throw into Bradford Park Avenue in a decent position here. As we enter the final 5 minutes now. Harrison Hopper now. Back to Charlton. Crosses it. It's a decent ball in towards Blyth. The goalkeeper's lost it, but he does manage to get the second ball here. Under pressure from Blyth. There wasn't a foul in there. It was going in until Mitchell managed to pounce on the loose ball. And gratefully keep hold of it. Blyth there nearly getting an equaliser with a decent cross in from Charlton on this right side after a nice play with Harrison Hopper. Here is Charlton. Goes down the line once again looking for Doherty up against Elsden. Controls it with his chest, but it's cleared once again by Blyth Spartans. Defence has been very solid tonight. They haven't really given much away. Sykes Kenworthy now with the ball into Reece Staunton. Under pressure from Spellman. Cuts back and gives it back to his goalkeeper. Sam Fielding now. Space running under pressure from Chaibi into Ollie Johnson now running forward. He's got Longbottom to his left in space. He decides to cut back. Does find Will Longbottom eventually. Back to Staunton. Space over on this right hand side if he can cross it for Charlton. Staunton into Longbottom. Back to Will Lancaster. Everybody back besides Chaibi for Spartans. And they do manage to clear it with Elson, but it's come back to Hopper into Charlton. Back to Hopper. Under pressure from Liddle. Really nice reverse pass into Simon Richmond. Into Charlton on this near side. The cross is blocked really well for a throw-in for Bradford Park Avenue. Simon Richmond there feeding Louis Charlton. Simon Richmond the skipper since Luke Alvin was substituted. Charlton into Hopper. Back to Charlton, back to Hopper. Fielding now. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. They had a throw-in up in the final third there, and they've sent it back with the Bradford Park Avenue goalkeeper. Fielding again now. Looking for Longbottom. Finds him on the left-hand side. Under pressure from Evans. Back to Lancaster. Back to Fielding now. Inside their own half. Fielding crosses the halfway line. Centrally. Out wide to Charlton on this near side. Controls it. Harrison Hopper's up in support. They cross was deflected into Charlton. The goalkeeper let it bounce. It was a risky decision to let it bounce. He was put under pressure, but managed to catch it simply. 88 minutes gone. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Blyth Spartans 1. Side from the northeast. Look as though they'll be going home happy with another 3 points. A crucial 3 points down at the bottom of that league, and that really does drag Bradford Park Avenue back into this relegation battle. That relegation battle really is getting more and more intense each match day. Throwing down the line from Bradford Park Avenue, but they've given it away. Deverdick's looking to flick it on for Spellman. In the end, he kicked. Long ball. Goes out for another throw-in. Fielding to take the throw-in now. Deep in his own half. Goes long down the line looking for Will Lancaster. Deverdick wins it into Spellman. Gets away from Richmond into Chaibi now. Can he control it? Well, he can. Staunton does really well to tackle inside his own box. Had to get that right, and he did. Ollie Johnson now for Park Avenue. Back to Staunton. Loses control of it. Under pressure from McGowan, who does well to win it back. McGowan skips past the man, goes backwards and then forwards into Rhys Evans. Into Chaibi. Lovely flip back for Rhys Evans. Space on the edge of the box for the left-footed strike wide. Goal kick. Rhys Evans coming forward really nicely there. Nice quick 1-2 with Chaibi, who's a little roll back into Evans. Space opened up for him. Left-footed strike was tame. Went past the post. Sykes came with it. Goes long. Straight into Lees with it. Here is Hickey now coming forward under pressure from Simon Richmond. Chaibi looks to turn. Uses his body. But it is cleared in the end. And that's Michael Liddell. Appeals for handball. Waved away. It did look like it hit his shoulder, not his hand. Throwing on this near side for Park Avenue. Charlton being told to go back a few steps. Passes it, throws it to Will Lancaster, who skips past Spellman nicely into Staunton. Charlton now on this near side. Nice pass down the line looking for Harrison Hopper. Just goes out. And we are going to get 5 minutes added on at the end of this half. 5 minutes for Park Avenue to get something from this game. 5 minutes added on. It does seem like a fair amount of time. It'll go quickly for Park Avenue, but very slowly for Blyth Spartans. Throwing Blyth Spartans down right next to the corner flag. Hill goes down the line, looking for Chaibi, the goal scorer. Headed back towards him, and his clearance is skewed. It's come back to Will Lombard, about 40 yards from goal. Goes for the strike. He had much better options there. Terrible decision from Will Lombard. He's in good form, but he's been very poor tonight. And that shot just about sums up this performance. Goal kick for Bradford Park Avenue. About a minute of the 5 added on have gone. Alex Mitchell will go long with this goal kick. Mitchell goes long. Harrison Hopper does win the header though, looking for Brad Doherty, cleared by Toby Lees. Throwing on this near side for Bradford Park Avenue. Fielding with ball in his hands. Down line for Charlton, under pressure here. Flicks it over the head of the oncoming Deverdick. It goes out for another throw-in. Blyth Spartans, they'll take their time. Michael Liddell will take his time with this throw-in. Just about on the halfway line here. Just inside Bradford Park Avenue's half. Liddell got the option down the line with Chaibi. Does go down the line. Cleared away by Sam Fielding. Long looking for Blyth. Lee's under it. Heads it into McGowan. Back to Elsdon. Under pressure from Hopper. Goes down the line himself. Fielding. Passes it infield looking for Richmond. Hickey wins it. And Chaibi tackles Staunton. Ricochets loose to Fielding. Back to his goalkeeper. Back to Fielding. Goes down the line. Chaibi pressing well here. And Blyth Spartans managed to keep him in there. And they have forced Bradford Park Avenue to go long and they got the ball back. Chaibi really pressing from the front, along with Spellman. Looked dangerous there. Throwing on the far side. Will Longbottom goes short to Lancaster, back to Longbottom. Chips it infield looking for Richmond. Header flicked on, cleared by Liddell. Fielding underneath it, so he's Spellman. Charlton gets the loose ball. Goes back to Will Lancaster. Goes down the line, looking for Richmond. Headed away by Liddell into Spellman. McGowan looking to play 1-2 with Spellman. Gets a return pass wrong. McGowan through to goalkeeper. Sykes Kenworthy himself goes on looking for Blyth. He wins the header, flicked on. Looking for Doherty. Cleared into Charlton, into Doherty now. Enters the box. Great tackle from Michael Liddell and a brilliant clearance into Spellman, who controls it really nicely. Into Chaibi, looking for the pass out wide to Devedix. Does really well to find him. Blyth Spartans coming forward well. Devedix into Spellman, the fresh legs. Looking to take on Rhys Staunton. Spellman just running down the clock, takes it to the corner flag. Manages to get inside and skip past Rhys Staunton, and then does get fouled. And that might be that. Probably got about a minute left of the 5 that were added on. The ball is with Blyth Spartans up near the corner flag. Spellman did really well to get past the challenge of Staunton. In the end, had to foul him. Well, Spartans haven't sent many men forward. They have got 5 back, marking Blyth and Doherty. Not taking any chances with this. This will be a really well-earned 1-0 victory if they can see it through. Chaibi and Spellman stood over this. Sorry, Chaibi and Devedix stood over this. They take it to the corner. Chaibi gets tackled. Sam Fielding comes away with the ball into Staunton, finding Charlton. Can they get one last counter attack here? Doherty gets the ball stuck under his feet. Harrison Upper plays it forward. There's a foul in there. They need to take it quickly. Bradford Park Avenue. There is going to be another yellow card here. And it is issued to Jordan Hickey. The clock is just getting run down even more. Referees holding up play a bit here, to be honest. Sykes Kenworthy will launch this forward. Everybody back for Blyth Spartans. Everybody forward by the goalkeeper for Bradford Park Avenue. Sykes Kenworthy goes long to the left hand side of the box. Mitchell comes out and claims well. And there is full time. Alex Mitchell claiming the ball, the last action of the match. Blyth Spartans with a crucial victory at the bottom of the league. They move level on points with Bradford Park Avenue. It's only the 14th away points of the season. They had 16 in all of last season. 4th win on the road, and a disappointing performance from Bradford Park Avenue. Look to build on a decent home performance last time out against Leamington. Both these sides, it's their second game in 3 days. Bradford Park Avenue's next game is at home. Once again, Bradford Park Avenue hosting Chester next Saturday. And Blyth travelling once again to Telford. Away, a huge 3 points here for Blyth Spartans. It's finished. Bradford Park Avenue 1. Bradford Park Avenue 0, sorry. Blyth Spartans 1.